So Monday night, Jeezy celebrated the 6th anniversary of the. I gotta start again.
It's the 5-hour energy.
Oprah, cut it
She's
out.
hyper. Go.
All right, so Monday. Yeah, look at it.
Now we can talk.
Monday night, Jeezy celebrated the 6th anniversary of his first album, Thug Motivation 101. He brought out Jay-Z, Kanye West, Fabulous, Bun B. Big surprise of the entire night was the locks. So what we're trying to figure out, will this concert, this specific event, bring him back to prominence for his next album, TM 103, which comes out September 20th? Does this make a difference? Is he relevant again? Do we want to see Jeezy win?
Yes.
Someone take it away.
Anybody ever seen Get Him to the Greek? Where they were sitting in Puff's office and a boy had the idea to make All the Snow relevant again, and they were gonna do this big concert? That's the exact same thing that just happened on my
Kind of far off though. Like he's still got like a month to burn before the project comes out.
Or they've got a month to
doing
build
these concerts
momentum.
all over the place too. Like he just did one in Atlanta last night.
And the Scandal scheduling for next week.
And the funny thing is, he's touring off of old material. He's not touring off of like a single. He's touring off of material we already love. It's pretty ingenious. I think it's a brilliant move.
Will this set him up perfect for the album though? We're focused on how beautiful TM 101 is, but his recent material, and not speaking of the mixtapes, but the stuff before that, hasn't held up.
While they're feeding us the old stuff, they're also like giving us crumbs of what the new stuff might be without actually letting us listen to it. Here's a dude that has a reason to beef. It took the label a little bit to give him a release date. He's had some failed singles. He had a reason to continue this Ross beef, but instead he was like, yo, I'm gonna go away and I'm gonna actually mount a campaign. And he's doing something smart. So I'm excited to see what he comes with.
There's a lot of people in his lane that weren't there when he first popped up.
Who's really gonna test him?
Rick.
Yeah. But Rick doesn't have material coming September.
There's a bigger audience for the
Maybach music. That I'm a Boss single.
That's not him though.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
That's Meek Mill. That's a Meek Mill record.
Son, if Rick wasn't on it, it probably wouldn't go as far as it did.
I'm not even gonna front, but I wasn't excited about Meek Mill. When that first bar hits, you're quoting Meek Mills on that first verse.
It's of the Rick Ross umbrella. It's under his.
But can I ask you both a question? What does that have to do with September and Jeezy? Because you're talking about something that dropped a few months ago.
Because we still have God Forgives, I Don't on the way. And quietly, Ross is building his own. He's on all these little projects. Hip hop is funny because fans feel like they have to choose one or the other. You can't like Jay and Wayne. You have to pick one or the other, which is corny. Like that shit is corny. The same thing with Jeezy and Ross. They offer two very different things as far as I'm concerned, musically. And there's no reason why, if you like Jeezy, you can't also like Rick Ross. Topic-wise, content-wise, they both pretty much have the same things to say. So then it comes down to who's saying it better.
Basically, he dropped a mixtape, and then he went quiet for a minute, dropped some videos, and then came with this concert. And now he's like the talk of the town. This is without releasing new material.
Yeah. He's got to maintain it now.
Yeah, so the content's gotta follow.
Now he's got to maintain it. Like, meanwhile, Rick doesn't have that problem. He's on a roll. Like almost everything he drops just seems to smash out.
It sounds like the same shit though. And it's good, but it sounds like the same.
Ross is on a hot streak right now, and hot streaks are not the easiest thing in the world to maintain, because Jeezy was on one and we see what happened, and Wayne was on one and he cooled off, but you know, you don't go away just because you cool off a little bit. So you know, I don't think Ross has to fail, mind you. He may slow down a little bit and Jeezy pick the momentum back up, and then who knows, T.I. comes home and then he starts picking the momentum back up.
To me, Def Jam is back. Def Jam to me.
Was that a sponsor tweet?
At one point, like, oh, Def Jam, it's falling apart. And now, Watch the Throne, that's their project.
They've now signed Good, so they've got all the good artists.
Barry Weiss, who's now the chairman and CEO over at Island Def Jam and Universal Motown Republic, he just put out an interview with Global Grind of a day saying, like, nigga, we on fire. Because 50 was saying that, you know, these niggas is 80 million in the hole. And now he's like, nah, nigga, we good.
Still might be.
They're mounting a substantial comeback. It'll be 6 months to a year before we know exactly if it worked or not. But even if they did go away, knock on wood, they don't. But
that's not what. That's Marvel.
And that's why you're sitting over there. That's why you're over there. Lo, do you agree?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm mad you answered to Lo. You didn't even hesitate. You didn't even flinch.
No home training these guys. Sometimes, like, hey, and because I'm the shortest, and because I'm, you know, the light-skinned one, They never let me talk. Niall, he's always drunk. He doesn't know what's going on. Jazz, she's like somebody's mom. Like, I'm the smart one. And then Mecca, he's just gotta say something super educated. And then me, I'm just a little guy in the background who just, you know, brought them all here for no reason. Okay. I mean, I choose not to talk as much. You guys think I should talk more?
The margin for error is less. Like, if these records, these next couple of records that he releases from the new album are not like up to snuff.
Yeah. A lot of shit hasn't been catching at all. He's been putting.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I was saying before, like the mixtape, that the Real Is Back mixtape with him and Drama, that caught it. But the shit that he did with Cannon didn't catch. You know, the Last Laugh album didn't catch. 28 Grams, that didn't catch. He had a couple mishaps, but I think now it's really starting to catch on to shit. Hopefully, you know, 10103 will be what brings him back to that eye level of the masses. Like him competing with Rick Ross, going back and forth, or him competing with whoever's out. Him being on the level of Drake, him being on the level of Lil Wayne, because they're all about to drop albums. You got Wayne on August 29th. You got Drake on October 24th. J. Cole September 27th. So now you have all these people who are coming out, and Jeezy has his lane, and now he has to stick in it. And if he doesn't, but it's a good start.
It's a great buzz, and it's his to lose, which is a great position to be in because he's a substantial artist.
Say this album doesn't catch, where does he stand after that? Yeah.
He has a pivotal stance. No. And yes, he does. Because look what he did with the 10101 concert. That's how you know he still has something.
The lane is not as open as it was back with
that's obvious.
With such a perfect setup, if you fail, it's an epic failure.
No, I just think now, since you're saying there's many more artists that he has to compete with, I just feel like that just means there's a bigger fan base for him now.
These are his fans originally, though.
I was walking to the train, this is like a couple weeks ago, and this guy comes up, he was actually coming out of the train, and he was like, wait, he's like, are you Jazz? And I was like, He's like, from Jump Off TV, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And he said to me, yo, like, you're mad, but I don't give a fuck what you think. And then he proceeded to say, yo, and low key, like, he's an ass. I don't, you know, I fuck with his blog, I respect his blog, but I can't fucking stand that nigga either. And I mean, I don't really know what to say to that. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, you know, what do you say? Like, thank you? Or like, you know, he was a pretty big dude. Like, are you gonna beat me up? Like, how does this work? So
they have other options. They don't have to go by Jeezy for that kind of shit, because now a bunch of other people are talking that Jeezy shit.
Jeezy is not going to fail. By current standards, he's failing, but by longevity standards, like, he's not going to fail. So let's get this clear. Like, he's good. Relationships are there. Relevancy now, it might not be there. Like he said, it might be a tighter lane for him to squeeze into, but if it's all said and done, like, the man's fine.
But can he come back after that and be where he was, say, on like the first or second albums?
That's what we need to see.
That's
with
what,
but
if he's gonna go back to being that dude.
Where he was isn't there anymore, because the lane is a lot different. He can redefine that lane.
So I guess we gotta wait till September 20th when 10103
Don't you cut me off and try and wrap up my point.
10103, September 20th. Yeah.
Or if you could, you just like do one at the end, like Mecca's wardrobe provided by, like, just put it in the credits, or do you not want to go that far? Mecca's wardrobe today was sponsored by the good people over at Rockaware. Thank you very much. This shit is kind of dope. If you want it, you can go to rockaware.com. I'm sure they got plenty of other gear for you, but you know, in
the streets, I am very approachable. I don't have fans, I have supporters. People have come up to me, tell me how much they like my stuff. I was just at the Maritime Hotel on last Thursday, and this, you know, older woman, she came up to me, she was like, your next drink, I got you. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So 10 minutes later, I went over to her, I'm like, all right, I'm ready for my next drink. So we would go by the bar, and she's like, what you want? I'm like, give me a margarita. So I was waiting for the margarita, she was like, she just starts talking. She was like, you know, I just love how you talk, and I love how open you are, and I love how you're so connected with your family. And it's like stuff like that. It makes me happy. It encourages me to keep being the person who I am. So I appreciate my supporters. I appreciate people who motivate me. I appreciate all that. You know, through Twitter, through the website, through these Jump Off TV videos. Like that's cool to me. Like I really like that. So I don't take anyone for granted. I take constructive criticism. I take positive criticism. I take all that.
I refuse to make a comment about my Oprah.